Chosen one, lean in closely, because heaven is speaking with urgency, and God is releasing a warning that you cannot afford to ignore. Pay attention. Someone's true intentions are about to show. You have been feeling something in your spirit lately, a subtle shift in energy around you, a change in someone's tone, a heaviness that rises when you think of certain people, a quiet intuition whispering that something is not what it seems. You've tried to dismiss it, tried to explain it away, tried to convince yourself that you're overthinking, but your spirit knows what your mind can't yet articulate. God has been dropping small signals, gentle alerts, spiritual nudges, and internal alarms, all pointing to one truth. Someone around you is not operating with the heart they pretend to have. Someone's words do not match their intentions. Someone's smile hides motives your discernment is beginning to expose. Someone's presence brings confusion instead of clarity, tension instead of peace, pressure instead of comfort. And heaven is stepping in to uncover what has been hidden. God is saying, "My child, what you are sensing is real. What you feel is not paranoia, it is discernment. I am opening your eyes." You have entered a season where God refuses to let you walk blindly into emotional, spiritual, or relational traps. You have grown too much. You have healed too deeply. You have matured too beautifully to let someone with cloudy intentions pull you into cycles you escaped. The enemy knows he cannot attack you directly anymore. You are too spiritually aware for that now. So he tries to send distractions wrapped in charm, opportunities wrapped in temptation, connections wrapped in false kindness. And God is saying, "I will expose them before they get close enough to damage you." Someone's true motives are about to surface, not because you confronted them, but because God is stripping the mask they've been hiding behind. You will begin to notice subtle things: tone, inconsistency, emotional pressure, sudden shifts, strange behavior, comments that reveal jealousy, actions that reveal entitlement, silence that reveals resentment, conversations that reveal competition. These are not coincidences. These are revelations. Heaven is lifting the veil. God is revealing the heart. The truth is preparing to surface, and the exposure will not come from drama. It will come from discernment. God is saying, pay attention to how they act when you succeed. Pay attention to how they respond when you set boundaries. Pay attention to the way they treat you when you are not beneficial to them. Pay attention to the moments when they slip and their real self leaks out. There is someone around you whose presence has always felt slightly off, even if you didn't want to admit it. Someone who drains your energy more than they pour into you. Someone whose excitement for you feels forced, whose compliments feel shallow, whose interest feels inconsistent. Someone who listens to your problems not to comfort you but to gather information. Someone who stands close physically but stays distant emotionally. Someone who claps for you in public but competes with you in private. Someone who subtly disrespects you and then laughs it off. Someone who acts different around others than they do when it's just you and them. Someone who keeps you close but not out of love, out of convenience, out of insecurity, out of fear of losing access. And now heaven is saying, the truth is about to step into the light. You are stepping into a season of elevation, clarity, and spiritual sharpening. And with every elevation comes exposure. When God gets ready to lift you higher, He reveals who cannot go with you. When God prepares your next chapter, He exposes the characters who do not belong in it. When God aligns you with destiny, He removes the people who were attached to your history. And sometimes the exposure is not loud. Sometimes it's subtle, a strange feeling, a sudden shift, a quiet withdrawal from your heart, a realization that someone's energy has changed. That is God saying, pay attention. Something is off. You've been sensing a misalignment, but you haven't had the proof to understand it. That proof is coming. The mask is slipping. The intentions are surfacing. The truth is revealing itself through actions that can no longer be hidden. And God is warning you because He knows how loyal your heart is. He knows how easily you forgive. He knows how deeply you love. He knows how long you give people chances. But this time, He will not allow your loyalty to place you in harm's way. He will not allow your compassion to blind you. He will not allow your kindness to trap you. He will not allow your softness to be exploited. He is highlighting the situation now so you will not be caught off guard when the truth comes out. God says, I am protecting you from emotional disappointment. I am protecting you from connections sent to drain you. I am protecting you from people who only want access, not relationship. Pay attention to the tension you feel. Pay attention to the heaviness that rises in your chest around certain people. Pay attention to the thoughts that unexpectedly come when you think of them. Pay attention to what your spirit whispers when your emotions try to silence it. God is showing you things you used to overlook. He is sharpening your intuition. He is amplifying your discernment. He is strengthening your spiritual radar. You will see behaviors more clearly. You will hear words more intensely. You will notice patterns more quickly. You will feel intentions more accurately. And God wants you to trust what you feel. He wants you to trust what your spirit picks up on. He wants you to trust the discomfort that doesn't go away. He wants you to trust the warning He is giving you. Because the moment someone's intentions do not match your spirit, heaven steps in to block their access. Someone's heart toward you is shifting, and not in the way they want you to believe. But do not fear. Do not panic. Do not question your worth. Exposure is not punishment, it is protection. And God is saying, "My child, I am revealing this because you are too valuable to be fooled." This is not the time to second-guess yourself. This is not the time to ignore the signs. This is not the time to downplay the discomfort. This is not the time to silence your intuition. God is shining a light on the truth, and once you see it, you will not be confused again. Someone's true intentions are about to show, and heaven is saying, "Get ready. Pay attention. I am exposing what was hidden so you can walk forward with clarity, confidence, and peace." Because chosen one, now that heaven has sounded the warning, the exposure is already unfolding behind the scenes. God is saying, "Pay attention. The shift will be subtle at first, but undeniable when you look closely." Someone's mask is loosening. Their real intentions are rising through the cracks they can no longer control. People can pretend for a while, but they cannot hide their spirit forever. And you, chosen one, are spiritually sensitive enough to feel what is happening even before it becomes obvious. That sudden heaviness you feel around them? That strange discomfort in conversations that used to feel normal? That quiet voice inside whispering, "Something is off?" Those emotional reactions you cannot explain? That's your spirit detecting the truth long before your mind understands it. Do not ignore what your spirit is picking up. God has matured your discernment to the point where your heart no longer tolerates what is not aligned. He is revealing the intentions of someone who has been standing near you, not because they love you, but because they need something from you. For some, it's emotional validation. For some, it's your energy. For some, it's your attention. For some, it's your gifts. For some, it's your wisdom. For some, it's your connection. But their intention is not to grow with you. Their intention is to use you. And the moment God begins to elevate you, those whose hearts are not pure begin to shift. Watch closely. Watch how they react when you succeed. Watch how they behave when you set boundaries. Watch how they speak about you to others. Watch how they act when they can no longer control you. Watch how their tone changes when you no longer shrink yourself to keep them comfortable. Jealousy, insecurity, entitlement, manipulation, these things reveal themselves when someone realizes they cannot benefit from you the way they once did. And heaven is saying, "I am pulling the curtain back now so you can see what was hidden in plain sight." Someone is about to reveal themselves through a moment of irritation, a careless comment, a sudden withdrawal, a strange question, an unexpected shift in energy, or a reaction that makes your spirit tighten. God says, "Do not brush it off this time. This is your confirmation." You used to give people the benefit of the doubt. You used to excuse red flags. You used to blame yourself for feeling uncomfortable. But God is maturing you past that. He will not let you walk blind into someone's emotional or spiritual trap again. This time, you will see every sign. This time, you will feel every shift. This time, you will recognize every intention the moment it appears. Someone around you is about to expose themselves not because you asked for truth, but because they cannot hide who they truly are anymore. Their real intentions will rise in moments when they forget to pretend. Their jealousy will show in their silence when you succeed. Their resentment will show in their tone when you set boundaries. Their competition will show in their subtle digs. Their insecurity will show in their need to one-up you. Their entitlement will show in their reaction when you say no. Their hidden motives will show when they realize you are no longer easily influenced. God is saying, pay attention to what they reveal when they think you're not paying attention. A person's true heart is seen in how they respond when they think you have nothing to offer them or when you no longer serve their convenience. And chosen one, God is about to expose this because He refuses to let your heart attach to those who would mishandle it. You have a softness, a purity, a depth that people sometimes take advantage of. You love deeply. You forgive easily. You trust wholeheartedly. And God is protecting that part of you now. He is not just exposing someone's intentions to you. He is strengthening your boundaries. He is sharpening your discernment. He is recalibrating your emotional responses. He is guarding your spirit from becoming entangled with the wrong person again. You've been praying for clarity. You've been asking God to show you who is real. You've been asking Him to guide your relationships. You've been asking Him to remove anyone not meant for your future. And this exposure is His answer. God is saying, I heard you. Now watch how I separate what is not aligned with you. Someone's energy has been shifting for weeks. You sensed it but tried to stay patient. You felt it but tried to stay kind. You noticed it but tried not to assume. But God is confirming it now. The distance you feel is intentional, not accidental. Their inconsistency is their truth starting to show. Their sudden silence is their real feelings surfacing. Their withdrawal is not confusion, it is revelation. And let this be clear, God is exposing this not to hurt you but to protect you. Sometimes God reveals someone's heart before they do more damage. Sometimes He disrupts a connection before it pulls you into heartbreak. Sometimes He exposes intentions before they evolve into betrayal. You might be tempted to blame yourself or ask, what did I do wrong? But God answers you now, nothing. You did nothing wrong. Their heart simply does not match yours. And rather than letting that mismatch turn into pain, heaven is revealing it early so you can release what was never meant for you. God wants you aligned with real support, real loyalty, real love, real connection, not a counterfeit attachment wearing a friendly mask. Someone whose intentions were not pure will soon be unable to hide it. Their real self will leak through their behavior. Their words will betray what they deny. Their actions will contradict what they claim. Their energy will expose them before their mouth ever does. And when it happens, chosen one, God does not want you to panic or feel rejected. He wants you to feel protected, because you are not losing someone valuable. You are being saved from someone who would have drained your spirit, stunted your growth, or broken your peace. God says, I am removing them before they remove your clarity. I am exposing them before they interrupt your destiny. But you must pay attention. Watch the details no one else sees. Trust the discomfort no one else understands. Listen to the intuition no one else hears. And honor the discernment God placed inside you. Someone's true intentions are about to show, and when they do, it will be the final confirmation you need to walk into a new season of protection, alignment, and elevation. Because chosen one, the exposure that is coming is not meant to break your heart. It is meant to free it. God is saying, pay close attention now, because the truth will not hide much longer. Someone around you has been operating with dual intentions, presenting one version of themselves to your face and another version behind your back. They have been smiling while secretly competing, supporting you publicly while secretly resenting your growth, acting patient while silently keeping score. They have been trying to blend in with your circle, your energy, your purpose, but their spirit has never been aligned with your spirit. And God is getting ready to expose it not through chaos, not through confrontation, not through arguments, but through clarity. Someone's inconsistency is about to reveal everything. Someone's behavior is about to slip. Someone's intentions are about to betray their own words. Someone's tone is about to change in a moment they didn't plan for. Someone's reaction will reveal what their performance tried to hide. And this exposure will not come slowly. It will happen in a moment where the truth rises so clearly that you will not be able to unsee it. God says, pay attention to the small things, the pauses, the hesitations, the energy shifts, the subtle patterns, because they tell the real story. You are about to see who actually values you and who only valued your presence. Who loved you and who loved the benefits of being around you. Who connected with your heart and who connected with your energy. Who saw your worth and who saw your usefulness. There is someone whose connection to you has always been conditional on what you provide, what you give, how you make them feel, how you validate them, how you support them. Their love was never rooted in loyalty, it was rooted in access. And now that heaven is elevating you inwardly, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, this person can no longer hide their discomfort with your growth. Pay attention to the way someone tenses when you talk about your progress. Pay attention to the way they become distant when you start healing. Pay attention to how they get irritated when you set boundaries. Pay attention to how they go silent when you do something meaningful. Pay attention to how they become strangely competitive when you mention something good God is doing for you. Pay attention to the way they subtly try to bring your confidence down with jokes disguised as just teasing. Pay attention to the way they disappear when you truly need them, then reappear when they need you. Pay attention to what they say about others. It reveals how they speak about you when you're not present. God is lifting the veil because you have outgrown the blindness that once kept you trapped in one-sided connections. You've matured spiritually. You've sharpened your discernment. You've gained emotional intelligence. You've connected deeper with God's voice. And because of that, you are now more sensitive to dishonesty, more aware of energy shifts, more alert to hidden motives. Heaven is saying, your spirit is too awakened to miss what I am revealing. This exposure will come in a moment when they forget to hide their true nature. A slip of the tongue, a reactive comment, a jealous facial expression, a passive-aggressive remark, a sudden withdrawal, a cold tone, a disrespectful attitude. Something they do without thinking will reveal everything they've been trying to keep beneath the surface. And when it happens, you will feel a sudden clarity, a spiritual snap inside your chest that says, there it is. That's the truth I've been sensing. Do not ignore that moment. Do not dismiss it. Do not rationalize it. Do not excuse it. That is God giving you the final confirmation you prayed for. You asked heaven to reveal who is real. You asked God to show you who is meant for your future. You asked for clarity about someone's intentions. You asked for protection from wrong attachments. This is the answer. Someone's true intentions will soon conflict with the image they created for themselves. Their words will no longer be able to cover their heart. Their actions will no longer match their intentions. The truth will slip through their behavior like light through cracks in a wall. And you must be ready. God is not exposing this person so you can attack them. He is exposing them so you can adjust your position, so you can guard your heart, so you can protect your peace, so you can set boundaries, so you can disconnect gracefully, so you can move forward without emotional guilt. Because the moment someone's intentions become clear, your responsibility becomes choice. The choice to step away from what is unsafe for your spirit. Some people pretend to care while secretly hoping you fail. Some people stay close not because they value you, but because they fear you growing without them. Some people don't want you healed, because a healed version of you no longer tolerates their behavior. Some people don't want you strong, because your strength exposes their insecurity. And some people don't want you elevated, because your elevation highlights their stagnation. Heaven is saying, watch closely. Their reaction to your progress reveals their relationship to your purpose. You are stepping into a chapter where you cannot be surrounded by hidden enemies wearing friendly faces. You cannot be connected to people who drain your anointing. You cannot be influenced by those who do not love you honestly. You cannot be advised by those who envy you internally. You cannot confide in people who celebrate your vulnerability but resent your strength. And God is making sure of that by exposing the truth now. Pay attention to the way they behave when they think you're not watching. Pay attention to the things they say when they feel comfortable. Pay attention to the moments they think do not matter, because that is where their truth is hiding. You are not being paranoid. You are being prepared. Someone's intentions are about to be revealed, and when it happens, you will feel God's hand guiding you, saying, "This is why I warned you. This is why you felt uncomfortable. This is why your spirit was unsettled." And after the exposure, a weight will lift. Your spirit will breathe. Your heart will feel free. Your mind will feel clear. Because exposure is not meant to bring pain, it is meant to remove it. And chosen one, what God is about to reveal will not break you, it will release you. This final part of the message is heaven's assurance that what is coming is not betrayal, it is protection. God is saying, my child, once you see the truth, you will finally understand why I whispered, pay attention, so many times. The veil is lifting. The mask is slipping. The heart is being revealed. And once it is exposed, you will not be confused anymore. You will not be wrestling with mixed signals anymore. You will not be trying to interpret energy shifts anymore. You will not be questioning your intuition anymore. You will not be blaming yourself for the way someone changed. God is stepping in to give you the clarity your heart has been begging for. Someone's intentions are not aligned with your spirit, not aligned with your purpose, not aligned with your growth, not aligned with the future God is preparing for you. And because of this, heaven is about to show you exactly who they are. Not to hurt you, not to shame them, but to free you from connections that were never meant to follow you into your next chapter. You have outgrown certain people spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, but some of them have been trying to pretend they can keep up with you. They've been trying to match your energy when their heart isn't pure. They've been asking for access they no longer deserve. They've been acting supportive while secretly hoping you stay small. They've been acting kind while quietly competing with you. They've been acting close while secretly withholding loyalty. And because your spirit is no longer compatible with their intentions, heaven must separate you before their hidden motives harm you. God is saying, I am removing what you didn't realize was draining you. And when the exposure comes, it may feel shocking, but it will also feel like confirmation. Something inside you will say, I knew it. I felt it. My spirit told me. That is because God warned you long before the truth surfaced. He allowed you to feel the shift so you wouldn't be blindsided. He allowed you to sense the misalignment so you wouldn't attach yourself deeper. He allowed your spirit to grow uncomfortable so you would prepare your heart for the revelation. Someone's true intentions will show in a moment that seems small to the natural eye but loud in the spiritual realm. It might be a comment that cuts deeper than it should. It might be a reaction that exposes jealousy. It might be a silent withdrawal when you succeed. It might be an attitude shift when you set a boundary. It might be a careless remark that reveals resentment. It might be how they treat you when you no longer give them what they want. It might be how quickly they turn cold when you stop being available. It might be how they suddenly distance themselves when you grow. But whatever it is, you will see it clearly, and you will know exactly what it means. God is not letting this exposure happen to cause you heartbreak. He is doing it to give you discernment, clarity, and release. For too long, you have carried people who were not carrying you. For too long, you have tolerated mixed intentions because you hoped people would change. For too long, you have held onto connections that your spirit had already outgrown. For too long, you have given loyalty to those who did not honor it. For too long, you have blamed yourself for the shifting energy that was never your fault. But now heaven is stepping in to end the confusion. God is saying, you deserve relationships that are pure, that are honest, that are mutual, that do not drain you, that do not deceive you, that do not hinder your growth. And to give you that, He must first clear away what is false. Do not fear the exposure. Do not fear the release. Do not fear the truth. You are not losing anything that was meant for you. In fact, the moment someone's real intentions become clear, you will feel lighter. You will feel smarter. You will feel freer. You will feel protected. You will feel grateful that God showed you before the damage was done. Exposure is not rejection. It is protection. It is God keeping your destiny intact. It is God guarding your heart. It is God redirecting your steps. It is God removing spiritual contaminants from your atmosphere. And chosen one, once this person's intentions are revealed, God will immediately begin aligning you with people who love you honestly, who support you genuinely, who celebrate you without envy, who pray for you with sincerity, who match your growth, your calling, your energy, and your spirit. The removal is making space for the real. The exposure is making room for elevation. The truth is preparing you for transition. You will no longer walk in confusion. You will no longer entertain hidden enemies. You will no longer be blindsided by false loyalty. You will no longer carry people who cannot walk with you. You will no longer shrink your spirit to keep someone else comfortable. God says, I am cleaning your circle so I can bless your future. And once the truth is out in the open, do not chase what left. Do not fix what was never stable. Do not cling to what God exposed. Do not reopen doors He closed. Do not confuse history with destiny. Some people were only meant to be lessons, not lifelong connections. And God is confirming that for you now. Someone's intentions are about to be revealed, and when they are, you will feel a peace that tells you it was God, a clarity that tells you it was necessary, a release that tells you it was time, and a strength that tells you you're ready for the next chapter. From this moment forward, may your spirit stay sharp, your circle stay pure, your heart stay protected, and your purpose stay unbothered. God says, pay attention, chosen one. The truth is coming, and it will set you free.